Hello, everybody. It's Etienne Marceau, producer of Sports Inquirer, and welcome to another edition of the Backdoor Cut. We're going to be hearing from Atlanta Hawks guard Keaton Wallace as the Hawks prepare for the start of their 2025-26 regular season campaign. Before we hear from Keaton, as always, to follow everything that we do, head to the mothership to sportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. Just look us up under Etienne Marcel to other Sports Inquirer. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, including YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. As I mentioned, the Atlanta Hawks are preparing for the start of their regular season in a few days. In fact, it takes place on October 22nd at home against the Toronto Raptors. Before that, the team has obviously been in preseason camp and just actually wrapped up their preseason schedule. And I was able to go to the press conference of Atlanta Hawks guard Keaton Wallace, who just signed a long term contract with the Hawks. He's no longer a two-way player. He has signed full term with the Hawks. He opens up his presser discussing that and the mentors he's had and just his journey from the G League to a full time NBA contract. So let's hear from Keaton, what he has to say, and much more. Enjoy.
When you heard about your contract being converted and just what was the initial emotion like?
I was actually here. We had just finished practice. I went to the locker room, checked my phone. Honestly, like, yo, come holler at me real quick. So I found him at the practice, and we just chopped it up. And he had told me I got the job, got the contract. So uh, emotions was all over the place. Honestly, you know, something that I've been trying to achieve since I was a kid. So um, just hearing those words that we want to sign you to a standard contract, and upgrade your two-way to a standard was a blessing.
Was it those exact words? Come holla at me really fast, or was it more Aussie language?
It was a little more honesty language,
Yeah.
but that's my dog. That's
Yeah.
my dog.
And what was your brother maybe's response when he found out about it? Like, I know you guys are close, so what did he say to you?
He was lit. I called my parents. I called my brother, my fiance, and my son. They're actually here in person with me, so. Um, we all was on FaceTime. We all cried for about an hour, and it was emotions was all over the place, and everybody was happy. Uh, like I said, it was a blessing. Thank
And
you.
Oh, go ahead.
and I know you spent a lot of time with the Skyhawks. Just what was your time like with the G League in order to prepare you for your time with the Hawks and signing this contract?
It was great. Just the development, um, and I played with two staffs. So my first year, Coach Ryan was my head coach. And then my second year, I had Steve. Um, so, I want to credit Coach Ash Smith for working with me on both sides. He's been my PD coach all of last year, and we've been grinding for a long time. Consistent reps. We in here after practice at nights. Like, I want to credit him. AG, he's not on staff with us anymore, but we still do his ball handling routine that we started last year. So that's carried over into this year. So I want to credit him. Thank Coach Ryan. He was my first head coach when I came to the Skyhawks. Just instilled different type of principles and leadership qualities into my game, into my character. So I want to thank him as far as the organization, Ansi, Kyle, Quinn, just for believing in me, for converting me to take me to that next step from two-way to a standard. Just the confidence that they have in me to play the backup point guard position. So I want to thank them, especially my teammates, just for trusting me when I'm on the court now. I don't have to. Hey, how you? Give me the ball. Let me see the ball. Like, I ain't got to do all that no more. They just trust me. Like, you the QB on the floor now. So I want to thank my teammates. I know I didn't name everybody, but thank the staff, thank the organization, my teammates. and College Park and the fans. So
How do you describe being in that sort of in between zone of the two way?
I would say it's different. Um, Everybody's two ways different. I can only speak for mine, but it's difficult. Honestly, it's difficult because you playing on one team, you're trying to build chemistry with this team, with the G League, and we're all fighting for three two-way spots. So it's kind of a quote unquote crabs in a barrel kind of situation, like, and then but you at the same time you got to find some type of camaraderie because you need to win, like you need each other. So that's one side, and then the other side is like, in the being on the two-way, you're kind of the guy in the G League. Then when you get moved up to the NBA team, now you're one of the lower tier guys, like just contract wise. So just being able to manage, your confidence, manage your ego, manage your mental is, it takes a toll on you, and like I said, I can only speak for mine. So my two-way situation, everybody's situation is a little different. Like, I actually got the opportunity to play last year. Everybody doesn't get that chance or opportunity. So another credit to the organization just for, allowing me to be in one city, go find them in another city, possibly play 30 plus minutes and then make my way back to the G. Like, just the trust in that is speaks volumes.
I was just about to say, you've been a part of some like remarkable moments with the Hawks. You think about that NBA Cup win in Boston without Trey, you traveling from that Skyhawks game to Chicago where there are no like usual rotation players and you win that game. Just what does it mean going from that and being such a key contributor to now you're on the standard deal?
I think it was great moments for me last year, but I got to keep looking forward. It's so much more that I have to achieve and have to prove, just for myself and my team and the organization. But I did have some key moments last season. I'm proud of those moments, but I got to keep looking forward, keep grinding, and there's still a lot more that I got to get better at.
And we're back. That was Keaton Wallace discussing signing with the Hawks, his full term contract. No longer a two way player, and just everything that's going on. And he's going to serve a pretty big role for the Hawks as a reserve guard, really for them, and in essence, a backup for Trey Young. But definitely a good ball handler, solid contributor on both ends of the court. So really good to see him get that contract as the Hawks continue their preparations for the 2025 and 26 campaign. As always, to follow everything that we do, head to the mothership at sportsinquirer.net for all the news and notes in the world of sports. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, which include YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. Until next time, good fight, good night, and be safe.